I saw you in the corner light, where memory blurs into the night. A hoodie hanging like a skin, with emptiness tucked deep within. No face to speak, no eyes to cry, just echoes passing slowly by. Still somehow I could recognize the shape you left behind in time. The fabric swayed like it remembered every moment we surrendered, but nothing answers when I call to something that isn't there at all. You were a headless ghost in a hooded sweatshirt, drifting through the parts of me that still hurt. No voice, no name, no way to stay, just absence learning how to play. I reach out, but you dissolve like questions that won't resolve. And I'm the only one who sees what's haunting me so quietly. A headless ghost in a hooded sweatshirt. That's all you left of me. The streetlights bend around your frame, but never quite reveal your name. You move like wind through empty halls, where even silence softly falls. The cotton folds like tired wings, still carrying forgotten things. I follow where you used to be, but only shadows answer me. Some hauntings don't make a sound, they simply follow you around. And every step I try to take feels like a memory away. You were a headless ghost in a hooded sweatshirt, lost inside the space where we got hurt. No goodbye, no final scene, just something in between. I keep calling out your shape, but you're made of empty space. And the love I thought I knew is just a shadow passing through. A headless ghost in a hooded sweatshirt, still wearing what we were. If you ever had a voice, would you say it was a choice? Or are some endings built to drift without a reason, without shift? I don't know what's real or not, only what your absence taught. That even love can lose its face and still remain in every place. You are a headless ghost in a hooded sweatshirt, haunting every version of what used to work. But I no longer reach for you like something I can pull you through. Now I let the silence be the only thing that follows me, and I carry what remains without calling out your name. A headless ghost in The hoodie hangs on empty air, but I don't see you standing there. The night is quiet, soft and slow, and I'm the only ghost I know. The morning light hits yesterday, where coffee stains still won't fade away. The kettle hums a tired tune beneath the slowly sinking moon, and there it lies, so plain, so small, a folded truth against the wall. No perfume, no goodbye in tone, just words I read when I'm alone. Your handwriting, soft and worn, feels like something already gone. But still I reach, still I pretend this isn't how it has to end. It's a note left on the kitchen counter, like a quiet way to disappear. No slam door, no final thunder, just a silence I can't hear. Every line feels out of reach, a memory I can't unteach. And all it says is what we knew, that love don't always see it through. A note left on the kitchen counter, and nothing left of you. Milk expires in the fridge, like promises we couldn't bridge. The chairs are set for someone more than empty spaces on the floor. I trace the ink with trembling hands, trying to understand how something written in such calm could still feel like a storm. No explanation, no defense, just absence made of common sense. And every word you didn't say still echoes louder every day. It's a note left on the kitchen counter, where breakfast used to feel like home. Now even toast feels like surrender to a life I eat alone. You didn't need to raise your voice to leave me without a choice. Just paper thin and pencil light still broke me in the night. A note left on the kitchen counter, and I'm still reading it. If I rewrite it in my head, would it change what it said? Or do some endings come pre-written in the space where love was given? Maybe leaving is allowed, maybe it's just fading out. And what you left beside the scene was everything I didn't think. It's a note left on the kitchen counter, but it weighs more than I can say. Every word becomes a reminder of the love that slipped away. I fold it back, I set it down, but it still follows me around. And though I try to carry on, the ink is never gone. A note left on the kitchen counter still reads me every day. The The kitchen grows quiet, slow and wide, like it's holding me inside. And in the stillness after you, the note is all I knew. I stood beneath the flickering sign where departures lose their line. No luggage left, no reason why, just a quiet empty sky. The platform hummed in faded tone, like it had learned to be alone. And in my hand, so thin, so pale, a ticket for a one-way tale. They said it leads to somewhere new, but didn't say what I'd go through. And every step I take ahead feels like I'm walking back instead. It's a one-way ticket to my misery. No return, no remedy, just a seat beside regret when nothing's fully over yet. The train doesn't ask my name, it just carries all the same. And every mile becomes the proof of everything I couldn't lose. A one-way ticket to misery, and I'm already on board. The windows blur the passing lights, like memories I can't rewrite. Each station whispers something lost in languages I can't exhaust. The seats are filled with empty space that somehow knows your face, and I pretend I'm moving on while everything I am is gone. The conductor never speaks, just checks the silence in my grief. And every turn the wheels make feels like another heart to break. It's a one-way ticket to misery, with no map and no decree, just a journey set in stone where I forget I'm not alone. But even in the crowd at night, I sit beside what isn't right, and every thought becomes a track that never leads me back. A one-way ticket to misery, and I can't get off. If I tore this ticket in two, would it change what I go through? Or is the ride already signed in the ink of my own mind? Maybe some paths don't release, they just teach you how to grieve. And every stop I hope to find was never meant for me in time. It's a one-way ticket to misery, but I still look out to see if there's a chance the rails might break or bend before I'm wide awake. And though the journey feels unkind, I carry what I leave behind. These even sorrow has a role in shaping what becomes the soul. A one-way ticket to misery, but I am still here. The train keeps moving through the dark, leaving fading iron marks. And somewhere in the endless line, still a sign. I stopped touching it a while ago, but I still feel it when I go through quiet rooms and colder air, like something open lingers there. It isn't bleeding like before, but it remembers what it's for. A place where time forgot to close, what only I in silence know. They say it'll fade eventually, become a softer memory, but healing doesn't always mean it disappears completely clean. It's a scab that won't ever heal, just changes how it makes me feel. Not sharp enough to make me cry, but never letting days go by without a quiet tug inside, a pulse I cannot quite divide. I wear it like a second skin, a place where you still live within. A scab that won't ever heal, just learns how not to feel. I learned to dress it carefully, to hide it where no one can see. But sometimes in the middle night, it wakes me up without a light. No pain, just something I can't name. A memory without a flame, still present though it's out of view, still shaped exactly like you. I try to leave it all behind, but some things stay inside the mind, not loud enough to break me down, just always there when no one's around. It's a scab that won't ever heal, not sharp but still too real to steal. It doesn't hurt the way it did, but never lets itself be rid. It taught me how to live with ache, the kind that never fully breaks. And every time I think I'm free, it quietly returns to me. A scab that won't ever heal, just teaches me what's real. Maybe not all wounds are meant to disappear or get spent. Maybe some are just a sign of what we carry through our time. And I stopped trying to erase what still remains in every place. Maybe I can learn to be at peace with what's inside of me. So it's a scab that won't ever heal, but I no longer try to conceal. It's part of every breath I take, every choice I do and make. Not broken, not quite whole, but something shaping up my soul. And maybe that's enough for now to carry what I have somehow. A scab that won't ever heal, but I've learned how to feel. tries to kill, and in the calm that follows pain, I learn to wear it without shame. The silence learned my name tonight. It lingers where your laughter stays. Every promise lost its light, like color slowly washed away. The moon still hangs above our street, but nothing feels the way it did. I chase the echoes of your feet through every memory I hid. If time could speak, would it confess that love can fade without a sound? I'm living with a shadow of a doubt, wondering if you ever love me now. Every heartbeat whispers your goodbye, leaving broken stars across the sky. I reach for hope, but it slips through my hands like falling rain that never understands. All that's left is silence crying out. I'm haunted by a shadow of a doubt. Your picture fades upon the wall, yet every tear it draws your face. I hear your voice inside the fall of empty nights I can't replace. The wind keeps turning every page of stories we were meant to write. Now I'm just a soul in a cage, searching for the morning light. Maybe someday I'll find the strength to let your ghost drift with the dawn. But tonight the darkness knows my name and reminds me that you're gone. I'm living with a shadow of a doubt, wondering if my heart will figure out how to breathe when every dream has died, how to smile with emptiness inside. If love Some hearts never learn to heal. A shadow fades with morning light. Mine remains forever real. The floor is cold beneath my skin, where I decide to step back in. No warning left, no sign to see, just pieces of what used to be.
The light above is pale and thin, like it forgot where it has been. And every shard reflects the past in fragments I can't make last.
I should have turned, I should have run, but some endings weigh a ton.
I'm barefoot on broken glass,
Walking through what couldn't last. Every step becomes a scar, guiding me through where you are.
the pain is quiet, sharp and slow, like something only I should know. And I keep moving even though it cuts deeper as I go. The room remembers what we said, each word still bleeding where we bled. The silence hums beneath the pain, like it is learning love's remain.
I try to stop, but something pulls through shattered edges, empty rules. And every piece I dare to trust turns into memory and dust.
Even hope feels far away when every step begins to fray.
I'm barefoot on broken glass, tracing all the moments that passed. No safe path left to return, only places that still burn.
The more I walk, the less I know where I end and you still go. And I am lost in what I cast, barefoot on broken glass.
Maybe love is never kind.
Just short reflections left behind
Maybe healing is the cost.
of everything we almost lost.
I thought I'd make it through the night,
But every short steals back the light, and everything I hold so fast
cuts like barefoot on broken glass. I'm barefoot on broken glass, where every second feels like clouds. No turning back, no softer ground, just silence breaking all around. And still I walk, though it won't pass, through the ghost of what we had. And I become what won't contrast, barefoot on broken glass. The floor stays still, the room stays wide, and I am nowhere left to hide. just footsteps fading in the past. Barefoot on broken glass. The lights came down, the crowd moved slow. Everyone had somewhere else to go. The posters curled beneath the neon glow, while I stood where the memories grow. Your favorite shirt still hung on the rack, like it was waiting to bring you back. I reached to touch the faded thread, but only silence filled my hands. The last encore is long gone now. The echoes still refuse to bow. Everybody left with souvenirs. I walked away with all these tears. I was crying at the merch table, trying not to fall apart, holding on to cotton memories that couldn't stitch my broken heart. The music ended hours ago, but your goodbye still steals the show. Everyone bought something remembered. I couldn't afford to forget you, so I stood there, barely able, crying at the merch table. The cashier asked, "Are you okay?" I smiled and simply looked away. How could I explain this pain without saying your name again? A worn out hoodie smelled like smoke, like every promise that we broke. I folded it against my chest, pretending that was enough to rest. The speakers slept, the room grew still, but lonely songs can echo still. Some hearts leave with the final song. Mine stayed after everyone was gone. I was crying at the merch table, reading lyrics on a sleeve. Every thread was tied to moments I was never ready to leave. The band packed up, the lights went dark, but you were still inside my heart. No receipt could count the cost of everything I lost. There was nothing left to label, just crying at the merch table. If love came with a price tag, I'd spend every dollar I had. Not for another autograph, just one more chance to make us last. But memories aren't sold in stores, and time won't open closed doors. So I carried that empty bag, heavier than it should have been. I was crying at the merch table while the city fell asleep, holding one last piece of yesterday with promises I couldn't keep. The songs will always find their way back into my heart someday, but every chorus has your name, and every silence feels the same until the final lights are gone. I'll keep singing alone. The venue locked its doors behind me. Streetlights blurred through tired eyes. The night swallowed every sound except the one I couldn't leave behind. Some people carry home a t-shirt, some carry home a ghost, and mine still stands beside me at the merch table. Where I lost you the most. The night arrives without a sound, just heavy air that pulls me down. I wrap myself in borrowed heat, but nothing here feels truly complete. The walls breathe slow, the lights go low, like they remember what I know. A quiet ache I can't explain moves through me like a distant train. It isn't cold that makes me shake, it's everything I couldn't say. A memory without a face still finds its way into this place. There's a shiver in the core of my bones where no one ever really goes. It lives beneath the skin and breath, a quiet echo dressed in death. I try to stand, I try to be someone untouched by history, but every step reminds me how I'm carrying it even now. A shiver in the core of my bones that never leaves me alone. The mirror flickers in the dark, reflecting pieces of my heart. I trace the lines I used to hide, where all my silence learned to reside. Your name still lingers in my chest, a weight that never learned to rest. No matter where I try to go, it follows softer than the snow. Some feelings don't break or fade, they settle in and learn your shape. And even time can't peel away what never learned how to decay. There's a shiver in the core of my bones, a place that never feels like home. It hums beneath my quiet skin, a song of everything within. I breathe it in, I breathe it out, but it still lingers all around, like something I can't lay to rest, a guess that never leaves my chest. A shiver in the core of my bones that knows my name by heart alone. If I could thaw this frozen part, would it release my tired heart? Or is this shiver just the proof of every truth I never chose? Maybe healing isn't still, maybe it's learning how to feel the parts of us we try to hide, still living deep inside. There's a shiver in the core of my bones, but I no longer feel alone. It taught me how to carry pain without becoming it again. The cold is just another voice, not every ache is loss of choice, and even trembling has its tone, a language of its own. A shiver in the core of my bones now feels like something I have known. The night dissolves into the light, the ache grows softer, not less bright. And in the quiet after fear, I still feel it, but I'm still here. Ticking starts in the empty hall, but it doesn't move forward at all. Each second slips the wrong way home, like it's trying to undo what's gone. The hands on the wall refuse to align, like time itself has lost its mind. And I stand still in the drifting sound, where yesterday loops back around. I swear I hear footsteps near, but they dissolve into the air. If time is broken like you said, then why are you still in my head? The clock is ticking backwards now, erasing every sacred vow. Every minute that we made slowly starts to fade away. I chase the hours as they fall, but none of them respond my call. It's like the past is pulling through, undoing everything I knew. The clock is ticking backwards, and I'm losing you again. The calendar rewrites its page, like grief has turned another age. Your goodbye begins to fade into moments we remade. The sunset ceased, the moon runs low, nothing moves the way it should go. Even memories lose their name, like they're ashamed they feel the same. I try to stop it, hold the line, but seconds slip right out of time. And every hope I try to save falls deeper into yesterday. The clock is ticking backwards now, replaying every broken sound. Every fight we never ended, every truth we both defended. I reach for you, but you rewind to places I can't redefine. And love becomes a fading clue of something I once thought was true. The clock is ticking backwards, and I can't move on from you. If I could break the hands in place, would I still see your face? Or is this rewind just the cost of everything we almost lost? Maybe time is not our friend, maybe it bends instead of ends, and all we are is what remains inside its looping broken chains. The clock is ticking backwards still, folding time against my will. But I've learned in this reverse, not all endings are a curse. Some memories refuse to die, not because they're meant to lie, but because they're carved too deep in the moments we still keep. The clock is ticking backwards, and I finally understand. The ticking slows, then fades to gray, like it never knew the way. And I stand where time began, holding nothing in my hands. But in the silence after sound, I'm no longer unwound. The frame hangs crooked on the wall, a silent witness through it all. Fine cracks like rivers down the wood, holding what once felt so good. The glass is dull, the edge is worn, like something gently overborne. But still I see us clear and bright, frozen in a softer light. Time tried to shake it from its place, but couldn't touch your painted face. Some memories refuse to fall, they outlast everything at all. The frame is cracked, but the picture stays, like love preserved in broken ways. Every fracture tells the truth of what we couldn't hold on to. I trace the lines the damage made, but nothing in the image fades. You're still smiling like you did in the life we once lived. The frame is cracked, but the picture stays, and I can't look away. Dust gathers on the ledge below, like years that never seem to go. I should replace it, take it down, but I still want you hanging around. The corners bend, the nails grow tired of holding something so admired. Yet even broken, it remains a perfect loop of our remains. I tell myself it's time to move, but every crack just proves that letting go is not so clean when love still lives inside the screen. The frame is cracked, but the picture stays, a fixed reminder of better days. No amount of damage shown can turn that moment into stone. I talk to you behind the glass, as if the distance could still pass. But all I get is stillness there, a love suspended in the air. The frame is cracked, but the picture stays, while everything else decays. If I removed it from the wall, would I feel lighter after all? Or does some love survive the break, just because we cannot take the shape it made inside our mind and leave it safely far behind? Maybe grief is just a frame that keeps the image just the same. The frame is cracked, but the picture stays, and so do all our yesterdays. I've learned that some things never leave, even when we try to grieve. So I let it hang, I let it be, a quiet part of memory. Not perfect, not untouched, not new, but still a piece of me never stays. And I finally understand why the wall grows older, light grows thin, but you are always within. And in that fragile, broken frame, I still whisper your name. Guitar still leans against the wall, collecting dust from where we fell. 2 fingerprints along the neck, like echoes we don't speak of yet. You laughed when I forgot the tune, under that fading summer moon. We thought the night would never end, just music we could both defend. But silence learns to join the song. When something starts to go too long, and every note we tried to say slowly slipped away, it was the last chord we ever strummed, still ringing through the silence. Comes a vibration in the air of a love that isn't there. We held it once, then let it fall like it never meant at all. But I still feel it in my chest, the sound that never really left. The last chord we ever strummed still plays when I'm alone. The strings still know your gentle touch, even if I tune too much. The pick you left still on the floor, waiting like it was before. I try to play what we became, but every chord returns your name. Even wood remembers things that human hearts forget to sing. Some melodies don't fade away, they just refuse to leave the page. And every silence in between still knows what we had been. It was the last chord we ever strummed, and somehow everything came undone. No breaking glass, no final fight, just the soft end of a night. I play it now without a plan, just hoping you might understand. But echoes don't return your call, they only fill the empty hall. The last chord we ever strummed is still the loudest one. If I could turn the time back down, would we still play it through somehow? Or was the music always bound to fade before it hit the ground? Maybe love is just a sound that doesn't know when to slow down. It rises up, then slips apart, and leaves a chord inside the heart. It was the last chord we ever struck. understand still plays in what I've become. The guitar rests, the night grows thin. No way to start the song again, but somewhere in the fading hum, I still hear what we once struck. I wrote it down in trembling ink. On paper I could barely think. A melody I almost knew, but every line still led to you. The piano sits with open keys, like it's begging me to leave. But I return to play again, the song that never has an end. It builds itself inside my chest, a sound that never gets to rest. And every time I try to sing, it breaks before it means a thing. This is the saddest chorus in the world, a love that never fully formed or unfurled. No final note, no perfect rhyme, just echoes lost in fractured time. I sing it soft, I sing it low, two places only sorrow knows. And every word I can't undo still hums in everything I do. The saddest chorus in the world is the one I wrote for you. The walls remember every take, every crack my voice would break. I tried to change the ending line, but sadness doesn't redesign. It loops like rain on window glass, a pattern that refuses pass. Even silence joins the score and asks me to sing once more. The saddest chorus in the world still plays beneath my bones. If I rewrite it one more time, would it ever change its mind? Or is this sorrow built to stay? No matter what I take away, maybe some songs aren't meant to end. Just bend and break and start again. And maybe I am just the sound of something lost but still around. This is the saddest chorus in the world, but somehow it keeps being heard. Not loud, not proud, not even whole. Just something soft that shapes my soul. And even if it never fades, I've learned to love the way it stays. Because inside it's broken too. I still find pieces of you. The saddest chorus in the world is the one that made me true. The piano rests, the night grows thin, but still I hear it deep within. Not an end, not quite a start, just music learning how to hurt. We nailed the boards with shaking hands, drew our names in shifting sand. Every room we swore would stay felt too fragile from the start of May. The paint still smelled like borrowed dreams, like nothing ever what it seems. But we laughed like we could win the flame, calling chaos by your name. The floorboards creaked like warning signs. We ignored every single line. Some love feels like it's built too high to survive the passing sky. We built this house to watch it burn. Every lesson we refused to learn. Brick by brick we fed the fire, calling it love, calling it desire. Now the roof is falling in, and we don't know where we end up again. All that we were, all we knew, just smoke where the walls once stood. We built this house to watch it burn, and called it forever too. Windows cracked, but we stayed inside, convinced the heat would change the tide. Every promise carved in wood felt like something misunderstood. You held my hand as embers grew, saying this is what lovers do. But I think we knew all along the foundation was just to lose you once more then. We built this house to watch it burn, and stood inside while bridges turned. Every room now empty frames of everything we couldn't change. But even fire leaves a trace of the warmth we can't erase. So I'll carry every spark of you in the ruins I walk through. We built this house to watch it burn, and I still miss the flames we knew. The ashes fall like quiet snow, covering everything we know. The house is gone, but somehow still lives in the shape of what we feel. And in the silence after flame, I still whisper your name. We never crashed all at once that night. We just leaned further out of light, like broken glass still holding shape, pretending we weren't too late. Every word was half a flame, burning soft but still the same. We smiled like we weren't aware we were already midair. No sirens, no final sound, just gravity pulling down. Love doesn't always explode, sometimes it erodes. We were a train wreck in slow motion, waving at the edge of devotion. Every mile hurt a little more, but we kept driving toward the floor. No dramatic end in sight, just 1,000 small goodbyes at night. We didn't break all at once and cry. We learned how to fall in real time. We were a train wreck in slow motion, and we both knew why. The dashboard lit our tired eyes, counting down the same disguise. I'm fine became our favorite line. We said it just to pass the time. The road kept stretching thin and long, like it knew we didn't belong. Even silence had a tone that said we should have been alone. No final scene, no last embrace, just distance growing in its place. A slow goodbye we didn't name, but felt the same. We were a train wreck in slow motion, two hearts lost in faulty devotion. Every touch became a ghost of what we needed most. We kept pretending we could stay while slowly fading away. No crash, no fire, no broken screen, just the end of a shared dream. We were a train wreck in slow motion, dying quietly. If I could rewind that fading line, would we stop before the sign? Or were we always meant to drift into something like this? Maybe love like ours doesn't break, it just forgets how to stay awake. We were a train wreck in slow motion, still reaching for a lost emotion. Even now I feel the bend of a story that couldn't mend. But I don't hate the fall we took, or the pages of that book. But some loves don't end in fire or noise, they just lose their voice. We were a train wreck in slow motion, and I still hear the ghost of us. The tracks are empty now and cold, no story left to retell or hold. But sometimes when the night feels long, I swear I hear our almost song. Still falling, still slow, still gone.